Thank you for that introduction, Eric. Glad to see everyone here today, and let's get started with the meeting. I would like to call on Toastmaster Velocity.
Hello, I'm your Toastmaster for this meeting, and I'll start by introducing the grammarian.
Audio.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
As the grammarian for this meeting, I will be counting the filler words that the person speaking says, such as and so on. I will also be listening if they say the word of the day in their speech, which is compelling, which means evoking interest, attention, or admiration in a powerfully irresistible way. An example sentence for the word of the day is, his eyes were strangely compelling. Thank you.
I'll be introducing the timer. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. So as my role as a timer, I will be timing everybody's speeches, icebreakers, and evaluations. So for our speeches today, I believe we have 3 people. And the first one is Gavel with a speech 2 to 3 minutes. The next is Mr. Jason with 4 to 6 minutes. And then we have Diana. And is yours just 5 to 6 minutes or? 3 to 4, 5, 6 around then. And you can notice on the screen where my name tag is. My camera will be on and it will be a green, yellow, and red background. Green means you're on time for speeches. There will be about 2 minutes for Jivit, 4 minutes for Mr. Jason, and then also 4 minutes for Diana. And then it will turn yellow when you're halfway through your time, and then it will turn red when you are used up your time. That's so you know you can start wrapping things up. Next up is table topics. It will be between 1 to 2 minutes, and as the same thing. Green will be at 1 minute, yellow will be at 1.5 minutes, and red will be at 2 minutes, so you know when to wrap up. Evaluations are between 2 and 3 minutes, so same thing again. 2 minutes it will be green, yellow 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and then red is 3 minutes. And I'll be giving my timer's report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Hello. I was able to join. Can I continue the table topics when time comes?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can be table topics. What's your name again? So I know.
Gia.
Okay. I'll be now introducing evaluator 1, which is me again. So I'll be evaluating Jivit's, I think this is your second speech. So I'll be evaluating the organization of your speech, how you introduce, how do you hook the listeners into your speech. I'll be evaluating your body and what details you have in your speech, and I'll be also evaluating how you end your speech. So again, thank you.
My name is Gavel, and I'm 8 and I'm in 2nd grade. I am talking about my baseball experience. It first started when I first joined baseball, thinking it would be just hitting the ball and throwing the ball. When I realized there was actually bases, running and getting out. After that, I have played 3 seasons, but I had 4 trophies. It was because on my last season, I got 2 trophies, one from the recreation, one from my coach. One of the most embarrassing moments was when I was running from 2nd base to 3rd base, but someone used the ball and touched me, but I just kept running and he dropped the ball while he was still tagging me. So I was able to get to 3rd base, but I forgot to touch it and he got me out before I got there. And also, my hardest hit was when the Raptors went pretty far, but someone caught it. I was out. And also, my coach, at first we didn't lose that much. I mean, we were losing lots of games. My coach started to practice and scheduled lots of more practices. And after that, we started winning lots of games. And after a while, we started winning all the games, and we actually won our last games, all 3 seasons I played. And also, my coach said that our practices are the ones that helped us win. And this is the end of my speech, Mr. Toastmaster.
Okay, I would like to bring up Evaluator 2, Miss Anna, for the second speech by Jason. Come on.
All right, next speech is gonna about our life skill. It's an interview skill, and we're gonna see a live interview. The interviewer will be Diana. The interviewee will be Mr. Jason. And this is the project
Level 3 won't be elected.
level 3 in the pathway, which is a real Toastmasters program, pathway program. Project level 3, one of the elective. So I will be evaluating Jason's overall interviewing skills, and if he is able to address the interview question and his eye contact with the interviewer and the clarity of his answers in order to get a job. All right, let's welcome Jason and Diana.
Good afternoon. You're applying for the engineering manager role at our company. Your resume is very compelling. I like your engineering degree and MBA. I'd like to interview you. Summarize your work history.
Thank you, Ms. Deanna. My engineering degree and my MBA have allowed me to have a very compelling career. I've worked in different industries and several different roles, and it's allowed me to see the big picture. My engineering, the different industries I've worked in include paper, lawnmowers, smart glass, pharmaceuticals, and food, and now EV batteries. Each one has taught me so much. At the lawnmower plant, I learned lean manufacturing. At the paper mill, I've developed most of my technical skills, including PLC programming and electrical troubleshooting. Pharmaceutical plant, I learned good documentation practices and what's helping me now, clean room design. Smart glass, I learned about advanced manufacturing, industry 2.0. And in food, I was a maintenance manager where I developed my team and managed people, products, and budgets. I've also been a production supervisor at a packaging plant, and that's where I developed my people management skills.
Explain how to troubleshoot a pneumatic system.
Thanks. A pneumatic system is basically an air system that makes a piece of equipment move at work. Here's a pneumatic cylinder, an air cylinder. Air comes in the bottom, makes the rod extend. Air goes in the top, makes it retract. There's a solenoid valve that shifts a plunger right or left, depending on which way you want to do, extend or retract. This particular cylinder has a bad seal. That's why this cylinder has failed. The air leaks by, so this cylinder will not work. We had to replace it. One thing you can check on the solenoid valve is the plunger gummed up and stuck. You can break it loose or clean it, or have to replace it. And you can also check with your meter, are you getting an electrical signal to make the coil energize, which is a magnet that makes the shift, the plunger shift. And that's basically how you can troubleshoot a cylinder.
Describe your management style.
My management style, I like an open door policy with my team, and I want to enable them to be successful. And that includes training and developing standard work and SOPs. I also manage with data. If I come to you and explain to you that your work ethic or you're working slow, that's subjective, so you'll argue with me as an employee. But if I come to you with data saying your production is at 50%, you cannot really argue that. So I bring data to the conversation and make it foolproof so we can improve production.
What are the challenges of this role?
This role will be a challenge just because it's a new industry for me. I've got new people to meet, new management styles to learn, and I've got to learn the process. It happens at every job, and every candidate's going to have the same challenges. But I feel with my background and my education, I'll be more than successful in this role. So the challenges will be minimal. My first 30 days, I want to understand current state. I'll see what the plant looks like as it is, what systems we have in place, what we're doing good, what we need to sustain, and what we can improve on. And in 30 days, I'll have an action item plan to make improvements at that point going forward.
You've had an excellent interview. I appreciate your time. You'll be receiving an offer soon. Welcome to the team.
Well, thank you.
I'll now be introducing the evaluators in the room who will be evaluating Diana's speech. Michael. Hello. I'll be the third evaluator for Deanna's speech on her communication skills. Please welcome her to the podium.
My communication style is direct. A direct communicator gets straight to the point. I was a direct communicator when I was leading a project at school. We were about to run out of time on a project and we weren't finished, so I gave everyone on the team a specific task which coincided with us finishing in time. My teachers have influenced me in my communication style in a positive way. My homeroom teacher, Miss Horn, her communication styles are direct and supportive. She's direct whenever we are taking a test. She tells us exactly what to do after the test, so the people who are still taking the test do not get interrupted. For example, she'll tell us, give the test to her and read, or any specific homework. She's supportive whenever we're playing a game. She's always cheering us on and telling us to try our best. My other teacher, Miss Bensing, her communication styles are supportive and initiating. She's supportive during a challenge. She's telling us to do our best and supporting us. She's initiating during telling me something good. Or she asks us to tell her something good we did over the weekend to get the week started. You should be aware of other people's communication styles and your own to be a better communicator. Thank you.
So now we're done with our speeches. We'll start the table topic session. So our table topics master today is Gia. So you may start.
Miss Anna, can you pick the person because I can't really see clearly?
Pick up a person.
Yeah, I can ask the question and can you like pick out a person to answer it?
Yes. Yeah, I will pick up Shrika first. Go around the table.
If you could be any food, what would it be and why?
If I could be any bird in the world, I think I would choose a peacock.
I said food.
Fruit? Food.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. If I could be any food in the world, I would probably choose pasta. I don't know, I've always loved pasta, and I don't know, who doesn't love pasta? You can have any kind of pasta, tomato pasta, white sauce pasta. You can have vegetables in them, and it can be very diverse too. And I'm vegetarian, so I can't exactly eat meat in my pasta, but it still tastes good either way. It's flavorful. Yeah, I love pasta, so I think I just choose pasta.
Thank you.
Next, Emma.
Would you rather have a lot of luck or a lot of money?
I would rather have a lot of luck for many reasons. First of all, if I didn't know a question on a test or an exam, I could guess, and my luck could help me get it right. And also, luck could also help me earn money. If I applied in the future for a job, and my luck would most likely help me get it, and I would choose a high-paying job. And maybe my luck could help convince the CEO to make me CEO. and I would be a millionaire.
Renika, next.
Do you think graffiti is art or vandalism?
Can you repeat that question?
Do you think graffiti is art or vandalism?
Graffiti. Graffiti. It's just painting
It's like you spray on
and
the
spray
wall.
on the
Maybe they
buildings
change the question.
without permission.
Because they don't want this to.
On the buildings or on trees.
Probably that's a good question.
Okay. She doesn't know what a gravity is, so can you choose another question for her?
Okay. If you could be a natural disaster, which type would you be?
I'd probably choose a tornado just because I could distract a lot of things and I would not be a hurricane because I would be in the water and I did not like the water. So that's why.
Thank you.
Oh, next is Adia.
What historical event would you go back in time and stop? Explain how you will.
A historical event that I would stop would be World War II, because World War II, I personally feel, was very destructive and killed a lot of lives, killed a lot of people. And those people, they had families who cared about them. So, thank you.
Thank you, Adia.
Try to make your answers in 1 minute because I heard a lot of good answers and it can be extended. Yeah, if you make a couple points, you can easily get to 1 minute. Try to do that. Yeah. All right, next is Arjun.
If you could change your name, what would you change it to?
I would change my name to Vicky because it would be shorter for me to pronounce and spell.
What? How to spell it? Can you say how to spell it?
Vike.
Where do you learn that name?
My sister taught it.
How did the sister taught you?
She saw it from a video and thought it would be a good name for me.
Was it a good video?
Yeah.
What about it? All right. Good job. Next, Michael.
Thank you, Vikram. If you could create a new holiday, what would it be about and what would you name it?
I could create a new holiday. This holiday would be called National Durian Day. Now I know this is a very controversial topic amongst those who know what a durian is. If you don't, it's a spiky fruit that has delicious yellow flesh inside. However, to some, that flesh is not delicious. Instead, it is repugnant and very stinky. For example, just in my family alone, there's a divide on this issue. My mother and I, we love to eat durian. If I can get my hands on some, I will gobble it down in an instant. My dad, however, back at our home in China, he would have to stay out on the balcony while we ate durian inside. I would set National Durian Day to be February 14th, to coincide with Valentine's Day. Therefore, all those who eat durian can have stinky breath when going on their date, And perhaps it will cause some rifts in relationships and upturn Valentine's Day from a romantic holiday to a stinky one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next is Amira. Yeah. How to expand our imagination. All right.
Would you rather visit an alien from the Andromeda galaxy or visit your favorite celebrity?
I would probably say alien from the galaxy because I don't think I have a favorite celebrity or just a celebrity that I like so much that I want to see that much in person. But aliens, I think, are a very interesting creature considering I don't know if they're real or not. And seeing how if aliens are actually in Earth, to see if they're actually spying on us and how alike they could be to us and how they do live in their like world is like another alternative of Earth. So I think in hearing their mindset and what they do and how they're different or similar to us, I think would be very interesting.
Next is Eric.
Would you rather have limited words or limited steps?
I would rather have limited words because I don't really talk that much at school, and after school I usually just go on social media or text my friends through like my phone or Discord. So it would be much more efficient, and I can still walk and be agile, and being able to walk seems more compelling than not being able to talk. So if I could choose to have limited words or limited steps, I would choose limited words.
Thank you.
Isaac. Yes.
If you could be inside any TV show, which one would it be?
Ooh. If I could be inside any TV show, which one would it be? There's only one right answer, and that's Pokemon. How cool would it be to live in a world where you had animals that understood you and you could battle bad guys, and it's like an advanced version of a pet. A pet can only learn so much stuff. Meanwhile, you can talk to a Pokemon and somewhat understand them. So it would be a very compelling world for me to live in. So that would be my answer. Pokemon.
Which Pokemon are you gonna choose? Which Pokemon are you gonna choose for your pet? You don't have one yet.
Now, if we're talking which Pokemon, if we're talking starter Pokemon, it's going to be Pikachu, obviously. However, if we're broadening, I would probably say something like a... What's the dog? Is it Growl? I think that's what it's called. I love that Pokemon. I love Charizard, Dragonite, Scorbunny is really good. So those would probably be like my top 5 Pokemon that I would first try and find.
Again. Well, Tim is doing it. Isaac can time you.
Would you rather find a new planet or a new species?
The question was, would I rather find a new planet or a new species? I feel like there are a lot of undiscovered species right now, so finding a new one would be pretty cool. But if we're talking about finding a new planet, in our solar system, that'd be kind of crazy now since I think we've mostly discovered everything, almost. But if we did find a new planet, maybe it'd be like something that's habitable, and then we could go there and like maybe explore the new planet, get new resources, maybe even have life on there. But I feel like I'd rather discover a new planet because that would bring me a lot more fame, and it's a lot more compelling just finding one species than compared to one whole planet. If I discovered a planet, maybe I could like name it or something. That'd be pretty cool. And then also maybe I could get like, you know, some land on there. If it is habitable, I can like take my land for some land for myself, make some money, grow like a farm on there if it's if people can live on it. And other than that, I feel like finding a new planet is much cooler than maybe finding a species. Thank you.
Steve?
What event would you want to see the most?
Is that an event? Like a historical event?
Yeah, historical event.
Okay. One event I would like to see the most is probably when Elvis Presley was live and he was still doing his concerts. So I've heard a lot about Elvis Presley himself. He was actually the founder of Graceland, which is right here in Nashville. I think we've heard some of his music still like in today's world, and his music is still popular among like a lot of people. So I think going to one of his concerts and seeing it live would be a good opportunity. So yeah, I would choose Elvis Presley. Thank you.
Do you have one more? I want to take one.
Would you rather go to the past or go to the future?
Would I want to go to the past or go to the future? I would choose to go to the future because the past has already been written in a history book. So I can just read those books and learn about the past. But I guess everybody will be curious about the future, even tomorrow. But I would like to see what's going to happen in 20 years, 50 years, when hopefully I will still be alive. See where if the automobile and the airplane combined vehicle is gonna exist in 50 years. If we're gonna control the death rates from cancer, I would want to see if our club is gonna still exist. So there are a lot of things I want to see in 50 years, 30 years, 10 years. Thank you for that question. Now, I think we still have a few more on the screen. Horace, do you want to pick a question? Right. What about you? Want to have a question first? Okay, come on.
Would you rather only feel happy or only feel sad?
I would rather only feel happy because most of the times I feel sad. Yeah, my parents don't like that.
All right, Horace, you be the last taker.
If you could make your own country, what would it be like and what would you name it?
That's a very interesting question. If I could name or create my own country, what would it be like and what would it be named? Let me start with the name first. I think I would name it Sikar. And here's why. Sikar sounds like a very beautiful name. And since the name of the country is very beautiful, then I must make sure everybody who grows up and lives in Sikar are also beautiful people. And I don't just mean beauty in the way we see each other or the appearance. I mean beauty in the way we interact with everybody. So that would be the country that I will create, a country of beauty with the name of Sakar. Thank you for the wonderful question. Back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Is that it?
yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Thank you, Gia.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ann, for that. That is the end of the table topic session. Thank you, Gia. So I'll be now introducing the general evaluator, which is Isaac.
Thank you for that Toastmaster. I believe as a gentleman that all individual goals should be. Alright, so I'd like to call on evaluator one, Velasquez.
Jimmy, you had a wonderful speech. So my speech, I was grading you on your sequence of how you organize your speech. You had a good intro. You talked about how you got introduced into baseball and learning how you found out there were bases in baseball. And then you introduced a problem. You introduced your embarrassing moment and how you didn't make it to that base even though you tried, right? But then you introduced a solution to that. And it was more practice with your coach. I think you did a wonderful job for your intro. You introduced how you got into the topic. You had a good body. But you didn't end with a conclusion. So it's not anything bad, but you need to tell, like, after all that coaching, what was your end result? What happened after you got coached and you went through those failures, you know? And one more is just you just need more transitions. You need to have a little bit more how you transition from your problem to your solution. Other than that, I think you did a good speech. It's a solid speech. Thank you. And I'll be introducing Evaluator 2.
Thank you, Plastia. So I will be evaluating Jason's interview speech. And I will evaluate based on the effective of the answer, and basically that's the purpose of the project. I think the whole speech was organized pretty well. You had your partner in crime, your best partner in crime here helping you to make the whole project. She's the interviewer, and she asked questions very clearly. And she started with giving a background of what you're trying to get, the job description. The questions are very relevant to your job. First, they ask the experience, and then your problem-solving skills. And the third, I believe, is your management style. So those are very, very good interview questions. Your answer was on the spot. Especially the second and third question, I think we did it very well. The suggestion I want to give to you for your first question about your experience is that I think you give a little too much detail about what you did. Really, I don't think people will understand what you did in different job. What they want to know is you look at their job description and then match your background to that job description. So you always want to sell yourself. So not describe what you did, but this is what I did and that's going to benefit you. So I would suggest you frame your answer for that first question. The overall speech is really good. To be honest with you, I think your interview skills are just really on the spot. And I think you exemplified what we're gonna do in the future when we have an interview. So I would recommend you guys write down Jason's phone number, and then when you have an interview, call Jason to do a mock interview, because you don't want to go to an interview without having a mock interview first.
I do.
Yeah, because he's gonna give you some good advices. So yeah, so that's my evaluation. Thank you so very much for giving that project to show us that important life skill. Thank you.
I'll be now calling up Michael for his third evaluation on that speech.
Today, Diana spoke about her communication style, which is direct. With her confidence in giving her speech and both the way she interacts with others, we can see that is certainly her communication style. She is very direct and also very compelling in her speech. She gave both her personal experience leading a group project with her communication style, as well as the role models, her teachers. And I think she brings up a very important topic for all of us, is how we communicate with each other. Obviously, like she mentioned, we'll all communicate differently, so that's a great takeaway. Overall, your speech, the content was very good. It was sometimes a little choppy, but you did not pause excessively or use many filler words, so you used that aspect of your speaking very well. Overall, it's a pretty good speech, but fluency, I think it's just something you'll get more comfortable with over time, so pretty good. Thank you.
So that is all our evaluations. Good job, guys. Now I want to bring up Tim for the timers report.
Thank you, Mr. President. So for my timers report, I'll start with the speeches. And the first speaker today was Jivit. You had a time of 1 minute and 47 seconds. Next, Mr. Jason, you had a time of 3 minutes 39 seconds. Next, Deanna, you had a time of 1 minute 45 seconds. And that concludes our speeches. Going on to table topics, we started off with Shrika with 50 seconds, Emma with 39 seconds, Tanika with 32 seconds, Alia with 33 seconds, Arjun with 44 seconds, Michael with 1 minute 13 seconds, Amira with 58 seconds, Eric with 37 seconds, Isaac with 1 minute and 9 seconds, good job, and me with 1 minute 13 seconds, Palasi with 36 seconds, and then Miss Anna, you had a time of 1 minute and 9 seconds, and Jivit, you had a time of 11 seconds, and Mr. Horse, you had a time of 1 minute and 14 seconds. And lastly, the evaluations. Palacia, your time was 1 minute. Miss Anna, you had a time of 2 minutes 45 seconds, and Michael, you had a time of 58 seconds. And that concludes my timers report.
Thank you, Tim. I would like to bring up the grammarians report from Nadia.
For my report, Jivit on his speech had one so, one like, and a repeat. Mr. Jason, as the interviewee, had one repeat and one the use of the word of the day. As interviewer, Deanna, had a use of the word of the day. And for Deanna's speech, she had one repeat. And for Shrika's table topic, she had 2 uhs, 1 and for Pranika's table topic, she had 1 so. And for my table topic, I had 1 1 so, and a repeat. And for Arjun's table topic, he had 1 and 1 repeat. For Amara's table topic, she had 1 repeat. For Eric's table topic, he had a use of the word of the day. For Isaac's table topic, he had 2 uhs and 1 like. For Tim's table topic, he had 2 uhs and 1 like. For Celastia's table topic, he had 1 And for Miss Anna, when she was evaluated too, she had 1 like.
Thank you, Adia. Last but not least, we will have Isaac for the general evaluations.
Thank you for that introduction, Toastmaster. Overall, I feel as if we had a very successful meeting. We did have a few confusing roles. Some people did not show up, and some people were late. But overall, we got it all sorted out. We started a little bit late, which is still something we can improve on. And one thing I really did like about this meeting was the new style, the interview. interview style that we did, I found that not only was it a breath of fresh air from what we usually do, it also helps us get real world experience that every single one of us at some point in our lives will use. So I found that to not only just be refreshing, something new that we can all try out, but I also found it to be something that we can all use in our lives, gain a little experience from. It also translate into whether it's drafting a resume or doing prompt reviews. It's all something that could help us out in the long run, so I really like that. Overall, aside from that, the meeting ran smoothly. Everyone did their thing, they did their roles well, and overall, this was a really good meeting. I also noticed that we have a new guest, so Mr. Williams, I would like to ask you, what did you think of your first meeting?
Good afternoon, and excuse me for not having my video on. I was having some complications while getting on with you all. We just wrapped up another Toastmasters meeting prior to this, but I thought that you all did a great and wonderful job today. This is not actually my first time being here with the Memphis Gavel Club. I'm actually one of the originators of helping to get the Gavel Club together from the Youth Leadership Program, and it is my delight to see all the greatness that still continue to go on with each and every one of you. All I say is to encourage you to continue working on your communication skills, your leadership skills, your meeting skills. It'll take you to high and great places as you continue throughout school and throughout your personal and professional lives. Thank you very much, and back to you.
Thank you.